Hello and welcome back to another edition of CNN 5. I'm Carl Azus. Our top story today concerns monetary policy, a tool used by the central bank to show how they manage liquidity to create economic growth. This is controlled by the Fed, or the Federal Reserve. Well, the Fed carries out the U.S. monetary policy. It takes in the pursuit of price stability, maximum employment, and moderate long-term interest rates.
Hi, this is Austin, live from Texas. We're here to bring you breaking news. Recently, the Fed has taken action and influenced the level of GDP and the rate of inflation. This is called monetary policy. They maintain this through actions such as changing the interest rates, government bonds, and changing bank reserves. Currently, the government is having an internal conflict on whether they should adopt expansionary or contractionary monetary policy. Expansionary monetary policy increases the money supply to lower unemployment rates and helps consumer spending and stimulates the economy. On the other hand, contractionary monetary policy just slows the rate of growth in money supply to cause inflation, which is necessary at times. So now we're going to hand it off to Calvin to talk about expansionary and contractionary monetary policy.
Well, thank you, Austin. So, what are three expansionary monetary policy tools? Well, there's an open market operations, decreasing discount rates, and reserve requirements. First, we will talk about open market operations. This refers to buying and selling government securities in the open market in order to expand or contract the amount of money in the banking system. Secondly, decreasing the discount rate. Decreasing the discount rate makes it cheaper for commercial banks to borrow money. And third, decreasing reserve requirements means that banks earn less interest and could see their share prices fall. So now shifting over. We are now going to discuss what are the three contractionary monetary policy tools. Raising the target for the fund rates, which will lower the market equilibrium level of supply and demand for the money. Secondly, increasing the reserve requirement is when the Federal Reserve is essentially taking money out of the money supply and increasing the cost of the credit. And lastly, open market operation is when the Feds want interest rates to rise, so it sells securities to the bank. Thank you.
Well, I guess you could take this story to the bank. These monetary policy puns shall not be put in reserve. Well, I hope you're not just about fed up with us yet. I'm Carl Azus for CNN 5. Good night.
Oh shit, I don't think I can take that out. Oh dude, I can't take that out. I've been thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about my stuff.
I've been going to class learning some policies, trying to understand monetary struggle for me. How about someone explain the Fed to me? The Fed carries out these policies, takes in pursuit of price stability, also pursues long-term interest rates. Hope I'll be able to remember these policies. Just remember the name monetary policy. Monetary influence inflation rates. It's maintained through changing interest rates. It's maintained through government bonds. Fed influence GDP. Contractionary and expansionary. These are the two types of the policy.
And still, monetary. It's a lot of monetary we've been learning and learning and learning and learning and learning in class. Monetary. It's a lot of monetary we've been learning and learning and learning and learning and learning in class. A.
He said, do you get it? I tell him only partly. I only know expansion, it increases the money. Lower employment rate, tied on me. 99, that's why I got out on my last test. And you know me, turn the F into the A plus, dog. Without Mr. Tom, there'll be no me, dog. Imagine if I never met him.
Monetary influence inflation rates. Is maintained through changing interest rates. Is maintained through government bonds. Fed influence GDP. Contractionary, expansionary. These are the two types of the policy.
And still, monetary. It's a lot of monetary we've been learning and learning and learning and learning and learning in class. Monetary. It's a lot of monetary we've been learning and learning and learning and learning and learning in class. A.
He said, do you get it? I tell him only partly. I only know expansion, it increases the money. Lower employment rate, tied on me. 99, that's why I got out on my last test. And you know me, turn the F into the A plus, dog. Without Mr. Tom, there'll be no me, dog. Imagine if I never met him.
Monetary influence inflation rates. Is maintained through changing interest rates. Is maintained through government bonds. Fed influence GDP. Contractionary, expansionary. These are the two types of the policy.